Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a hair styling video for you guys. I'm going to show you 4 of my current favorite hairstyles that I have been wearing a lot recently. So if you are interested in seeing these hairstyles that work for my short hair length, lots of layers here, pretty uneven layers because again, you guys already know this, I have not gotten a haircut since shaving my head, so these are the choppy, uneven layers that are growing out. But I'm going to show you guys some hairstyles that I've been loving recently, and I feel like even if you have longer hair, these hairstyles can totally work as well. But in this video, I'm going to share with you guys some tips and tricks on how to achieve these hairstyles if your hair is a little short or if you have lots of layers, anything like that. So I hope this video helps you guys out, and if you have requests for any other hair styling videos, like specific styling videos, let me know in the comments below. And without further ado, let's jump in to this video. So hairstyle number 1 is the half up bun with messy curls. So let me show you guys how I do this. So I usually like to start with my hair straight. I just feel like it's easier that way, or if I have like day-old hair that already has some texture, that works as well. But what I do is kind of just finger comb my hair back like this, and I'll go from like above my eyebrows, like my temples, and just go straight back, gathering this top section of hair. So once it's kind of smoothed down like that, what I'm gonna do is kind of take my finger, twist it around here, and we're gonna just go around creating a bun. And because our hair is short, these are like the short layers of our hair, it's gonna look really small right now, but you just wait and see. So we've got this little bun here. I'm going to hold the hair down and take a hair tie. You want to take like a thicker hair tie so it really holds down these layers, and just tie it as best you can. Okay, I know, that looks crazy. This is not what we're going for though. Don't worry. So from here, whatever your tiny little bun looks like, the main thing is that your hair is, for the most part, secure. So you gently start tugging on it, and then this is where you want to grab some bobby pins to kind of pin the hair down, but you're gently tugging it to make it appear a little bit bigger and not so tiny. Okay, so once you do your adjusting by gently tugging the bun, now what you want to do is hold the bun down and start pulling this hair that you tied back, just to loosen it up a bit so it doesn't look so tight and like serious against your head, you know? This gives it more of like a chill, relaxed vibe. And then it just also gives your hair a little bit of volume. And if there's any like baby hairs you have, go ahead and pull those down. So you can definitely leave your hair like this, but when I do this hairstyle, I like to have lots of textures and some messy curls. So for that, I will go ahead and grab my flat iron. And I don't even need to like section my hair for this. You can if you want, but we are just going to create some messy curls that don't really need to have a rhyme or reason. You can switch directions if you want. Here, I'll switch the direction of this one. You can have big sections, little sections, whatever you want, just to add that fun texture to this hairstyle. And that is basically it. So I'm going to quickly finish my hair, going through and just creating some texture. I'm not curling every single piece, and these aren't even really like defined curls, as you can tell. Like, they're just sort of these waves. You don't need to get every single strand, just chunks in each section for it to look complete. So I'll go ahead and speed through this part in the video. Ta-da! And that is it for this first hairstyle. So moving on to hairstyle number 2, this is the half up ponytail with messy curls. So very similar to this, but instead of a bun, we're turning this into a ponytail. So let's go ahead and show you how to achieve that. So you want to take a section again from the temple of your head, just going back and grabbing this top section of hair. And for this, you can you can either use a small tiny elastic like this, or you can use a bigger hair tie, whichever your preference is. I switch between the two, so it really just is it depends on what I'm in the mood for that day. But today I'm going to use this black elastic, and so when we tie it, it first looks like that, and that looks kind of crazy. That's not the look we're going for, so we're going to tighten this down as close as we can to our head. And I like when I use this tiny elastic, it looks a lot smaller and not as bumpy right here. So if you were to use like this thicker band, your ponytail would be a little more like standing up like this. Like there'd be more volume and more of a pop to your ponytail. So again, it's like personal preference. So I'm pulling this down, and once I pull this down, I'm gonna hold it, and just like the previous hairstyle, just gently tug on the hair that is tied back to give it more of a loose, relaxed vibe. And what I like to do, again, I'll go through and just create some texture, but since we did it in the first hairstyle, I don't really need to repeat myself, right? But just go through, create the texture that you want in your hair. But I also like to add some texture to this ponytail. So I like to start in the middle. I'll just grab a section here, and I just bump this up and slightly curl it back. So it gives it a little bit of a lift right there. And so I'll take a side piece, curl that back, and then the other side. And that's usually all I do. I won't like try and curl the whole thing. Another right there. So see how that just gave the ends of our ponytail some volume? And that is how you achieve this second hairstyle, which is totally one of my faves. I don't know, it reminds me of like a little poodle or a dog. I think it's so cute. Now for hairstyle number 3, this is the Dutch braid fringe, or Dutch braid bangs with messy curls. And mainly I put messy curls in here just because we're already working with the texture, but if your hair is straight, you can totally leave it like that. So for this, we're gonna have to take that elastic out, shake out our hair, and we want to create a deep side part. Just like that. And so what I'm gonna do is grab a section of hair. See, it's a pretty small section, right? And then we're gonna divide this into 3. And I know I've done tons of braiding videos already. I even have a video that is a detailed, slow explanation and run through of how to create a Dutch braid and French braid, and you can see like the difference between the two. I'll leave those videos linked in the description box or in the cards for you guys, so you can check those out if you want a more detailed tutorial. So because I'm going to run through this one a little bit quicker. So you take your section of hair, divide that into 3. So I just take my 2 fingers, and then we have our 3 sections here. And I always start with this back one. I cross it under the middle section, and then okay, this is really hard to do when I go slow. Okay, let me just start it, and then I'll talk. So I cross the side section under the middle, and then this front section under the middle. So you always want to take the outer sections and cross them under the middle. And now I'm picking up hair on both sides. And then we're going to do the same thing, crossing it under. This is so hard to do slow. Like, it's so much easier if you go fast. But when you're like doing it slow, it gets more confusing in my opinion. So we are just picking up hair, crossing the outer section under the middle section, and you just want to go, I would say, like to the temple, and then stop grabbing more hair and just finish off your braid. So I'm not grabbing any more hair, I'm just finishing the braid. Now before I like tie this and secure it down, what I'm going to do is gently tug on the braid to make it a little looser, give it that volume that I love. I'm just going to secure this with a black elastic. And then what you want to do is actually lift up some of your hair And sometimes if you need to like pin it, you can do that. Let me grab a bobby pin just to get this out of the way for right now. And you want to take this and place it against your head and bobby pin it down. So that way it hides under the layers of our hair and it's not like sticking out. So I usually use 2 bobby pins to secure the end down, and then we can take that bobby pin out, flip our hair back over, and see how like this layer of hair is covering the like bobby pins that we put down. And this is also why if you do, I mean again, you can wear this straight if that is what you like, but with the texture that we create in our hair, it also just makes it a lot easier to hide the bobby pin. And that is it for hairstyle number 3. And last but not least, we move on to hairstyle number 4, which is the Faux Messy Bun. So this is a hairstyle I've worn a handful of times already, and I am obsessed because I'm able to still get that same effect of a big messy bun, which is like one of my favorite hairstyles to do when I had long hair. But because my hair is so short and because it has so many layers, very like uneven short layers, I need to adjust the hairstyle ever so slightly to work for my length. So if you do have shorter hair or you do have lots of layers, hopefully this helps you out, because you can't just do a regular messy bun, especially like with short hair. Once you gather all the hair to the top, there's literally like nothing to make a big, full, voluminous messy bun, you know what I mean? So for this, you're gonna need lots of bobby pins, maybe some hair elastics, and also some hair ties. I feel like every time I do this hairstyle, it's a little different every time, but I'm gonna show you kind of the gist of it. So give it a try a few times and see kind of what style and method works best for you. But what I do first is I take some bobby pins, I take a small section in the middle of my hair, and I just twist it around like this, and then slightly like loosen it up. So now we have like that little bit of texture, you see? And I bobby pin it down right here. Okay, I know that looks crazy right now, but I'm gonna do a few more around the sides and like frame my face here at the top. So if you're noticing, I'm not just like pinning these all back and like the bobby pins are going all down my head. I'm bringing these all up towards the center of my head. So we have just this cluster of bobby pins right in the center. So similar to the first 2 hairstyles where we kind of grab this top section of hair like this, I'm gonna do sort of the same thing, but starting from the bottom of my ears and just kind of going right back up like that. So still a lot of our hair is down, and I tie this down with a hair tie or a little tiny elastic. So now I'm gonna take the rest of my hair and gather it up, and hopefully your hair is long enough to gather all of this into a ponytail. And I'm going to connect it to this top ponytail and tie that with a more secure elastic. And so the funny thing about this hairstyle is that it really is going to look so different depending on your hair length. So the first time that I did this hairstyle, this is all I did. And because my hair was a lot shorter, it didn't like drape as much as it is now. So it kind of just stood like this. So I just had to smooth out some of these hairs with my flat iron, and it looked like a messy bun. I don't know how to describe it, but that is really all I did. But because my hair has gotten a little bit longer, I'll still show you guys what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to curl some of these pieces in so that there's texture, because it's a lot easier to work with the hair when there's some texture to it. But because my hair is a little bit longer, and I can't just leave it like this. I mean, I guess I could, but that's not really a messy bun, is it? We're going to take these pieces, bobby pin them down, but make sure you kind of pull it apart so it looks a little bit bigger, so you get more of that messy, voluminous type of bun. So now what I like to do is go ahead and pull some hairs around my face to frame my face, and we'll make sure that they have a little bit of a curl to it. So we've got the messy bun with lots of texture, and then these dainty little curls to frame our face. So again, every time you do this hairstyle, it's going to look a little bit different, but this is kind of the gist of what I do to achieve the messy bun without doing an actual messy bun, if that makes sense. So that's it for hairstyle number 4, and that completes this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed these 4 quick and easy hairstyles. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments below. I think for me, my favorite are definitely the first 2. I wear those all the time. I definitely wear those the most. So if you haven't tried those hairstyles, I definitely recommend you do. But hopefully you enjoyed the other styles in this video. And again, if you have specific hairstyling videos that you'd like to see, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'm about to sneeze. False alarm. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!